a PhD candidate at the Technion in Israel. My supervisors are Yoram Shiftan, Professor Yoram Shiftan, and Dr. Ran Ben Elia from the University of Ben Gurion. Today, I will present our research modeling cross-national differences in automated vehicle acceptance within the cost action title, Wider Impacts and Scenario Evaluation of Autonomous and Connected Transport. Within this action, which was quite a joint effort, under the consummate lead of Nicholas, of course, we modeled automated vehicle choice in 6 European countries. Many potential benefits were previously attributed to automated vehicles, including less congestion. One moment, my laser pointer. Less congestion, ride sharing, improved land use, ride sharing, less parking spaces, reduced driver burden, safety, fuel consumption, equity, mobility, and the ability to multitask. However, the question of whether automated vehicles are actually good or bad for our transportation system has been quite controversial. Some argue that all of these advantages may become disadvantages if automated vehicles are not implemented under careful policymaking. Ultimately, how we prepare and plan for the introduction of automated vehicles and what services will be available is important to the success of this technology. But first, we have to understand the different needs in different places. One of the main questions when discussing automated vehicles is when they will become available and who will be the first to adopt them when they do. While the technology already exists and operating under trials around the world, it is still unclear how users will accept them. Some authors discuss the main barriers to automated vehicles acceptance by users. Some of those barriers are safety issues, liability, psychology, hacking, and ethical issues. Authors listed the most attractive and unattractive features of automated vehicles according to potential users. You may notice that safety is actually opening both lists, which underlines the controversy surrounding automated vehicles. They found that males are more likely to be concerned with liability, while females are more likely to be concerned with control. Individuals with higher income are mostly concerned with liability and less concerned with giving up control, while lower income was associated with concerns regarding safety and control. It was also found that individuals who currently possess a luxury car will be more ambivalent toward automated vehicles as they enjoy driving and enjoy cars. Driving. Okay, so it is not only the different people accept automated vehicles differently, there are also differences among different countries. The way policymakers and transportation planners plan for the possible introduction of automated vehicles is crucial to how this technology may be accepted or rejected in different countries. Some of the variables that were found significant in explaining these differences are cross-cultural and national differences, the extent to which the technology is known or famous in the country, but still some of the differences are very difficult to explain. So when dealing with the question of automated vehicle acceptability, it is important to review the possible methods available when studying choice among alternatives that are not yet available or completely fully available. These methods generally include public opinion surveys, stated preferences, and are revealed preferences studies, virtual reality and simulators, serious games, and naturalistic experiments. While reviewing the literature of regular car versus automated vehicles, we noticed something interesting. There were no studies that used stated preferences data from over 2 countries and no choice models estimated with data from over 2 countries. The most commonly used methods are public opinion surveys and stated preferences, and this study also used stated preferences to estimate a choice model. This is an ongoing study, it's important to say, that involved over 20 countries. It's important to say that the data collection is still ongoing, and this is a very preliminary study. It deals with the question of whether users will accept automated vehicles when given the choice compared with conventional car. The following step was to investigate the question of car sharing in automated vehicles and using data from more countries. So the countries that we used are the UK, Slovenia, Hungary, Iceland, Montenegro, and Cyprus. And you can see the number of respondents in parentheses. The questionnaire had questions of travel habits, socio-demographic questions, socioeconomic questions, attitudinal statements, and 6 stated preference questions. For this analysis of this preliminary study, we used the stated preference questions and the most basic socio-demographic and travel habits. The design of the different attribute levels was a state-of-the-art Bayesian efficient design. Efficient designs can minimize the standard errors of the estimated parameters, but since we did not have much preliminary knowledge of our parameter other than the expected negative sign of cost and time, Bayesian efficient design was chosen because it better accounts for incorrect priors. The choice model we presented in the paper was a mixed logit, also known as the logit kernel. A known limitation of the multinomial logit is that it assumes homoscedasticity of the variance, meaning equal residuals. In reality, there are many cases where there is heteroscedasticity of the variance. The mixed logit allows a more flexible error structure. Given utility of individual n from choosing alternative j in situation t, the error term can be IID, independent and identically distributed in part, but also take any form the researcher decides. In this case, numerical calculation of the maximum likelihood is impossible, and instead it is simulated as an integral of different values of beta, while f is the density function. The attribute level design included cost and door-to-door travel time. A design with 24 scenarios was generated to allow sufficient variation. Each respondent was presented with 6 choice scenarios that had different levels of time and cost. Therefore, the scenarios were divided into 4 blocks, and each respondent was randomly assigned to one of them. The design levels used for the choice scenarios were partly customized around travel time and travel cost values, which the respondent entered in an earlier stage of the survey when they were asked about the trip they make regularly. The respondents were asked to estimate their door-to-door time of this regular trip, assuming they made it by car, even if they don't normally use regular car. We also used something innovative. We multiplied the reported travel time value input T with a country-specific preset per kilometer total travel cost, which you see. National average travel costs were estimated based on a cost of a taxi in a large city to the airport. As private automated vehicles are likely to be more expensive than conventional cars, the cost of private automated vehicles was designed to be mostly higher than of regular car. But on some design conditions, the cost of automated vehicles was actually lower than that of regular car, because we wanted to fully capture the mode choice of behavior of private regular car non-traders. These are individuals who are very reluctant toward automated vehicles. Okay, so I'll move forward to some results. While regular cars were preferred over automated vehicles in all countries, Iceland and the UK had the most regular car choices, demonstrating skepticism towards automated vehicles, while Slovenia and Cyprus had the most automated vehicle choices. These are just the model split and choice patterns as captured in the survey. This is the choice proportion by country. The figure shows non-trading behaviors, and what it means that non-traders are individuals who exhibit lack of sensitivity to the attributes variations. So basically they choose the same alternative constantly throughout all the choice scenarios. Across the data set, 9% of choice sets showed exclusive automated vehicle choices compared with 45% regular car choice sets. It can be noted that Hungary, Slovenia, and Cyprus had the most automated vehicle consistent choices, while Iceland has the most regular car consistent choices. Overall consistency in regular car choices was higher in all countries compared with automated vehicles choices, indicating major reservations towards automated vehicles and non-trading behaviors of the familiar alternative, which is the regular car. This is the results of the estimated models. So a mixed logit type model with panel effects was estimated using Pandas Biogym. A joint model for all countries was estimated, as well as 6 country segmented models, one for each country. To account for the serial correlation or the panel structure, because each respondent answered multiple ASPE questions, and we introduced a random parameter, RP, normally distributed across individuals for each alternative's constant. We specified it in each of the constants. The results of the models, you can see the beta coefficients in this table and the t statistics in parentheses. All parameters of the joint model are significant at the 5% level. And for the country segmented models, we kept in some insignificant parameters just for comparative purposes. A likelihood ratio test between the sum of likelihoods of the country segmented models and the joint model confirmed that the model parameters are statistically different among the 6 countries and justifies the segmented models. This shows that indeed there are some behavioral differences between the countries. Some results from the joint model. First, the parameters of cost and time were significant for all countries as well as for the joint model, and with the expected negative signs you would expect from travel cost and travel time. So as travel cost or travel time increases, the utility obtained from choosing a mode is likely to decrease. Women preferred regular car over automated vehicles. Previous findings also show that women can be more concerned with automated vehicles. In the joint model, individuals with high household income tended to favor automated vehicles over regular car. This can be explained by their ability to afford a higher trip cost of automated vehicles. Older individuals over the age of 60 preferred regular car over automated vehicles, while younger individuals tend to be more open to new technologies and automated vehicles. Older individuals are usually more set in their ways and they may feel uncomfortable around technological innovations, especially if they're alone. Individuals who currently use a car for the regular trip in the joint model favored private regular car over automated vehicles. This could be explained by their access to a private car or just trust and the familiarity with this mode. Force of a habit, maybe. Some of the results from the country segmented models, these are just the most interesting results. The tendency of women to prefer regular car is significant only in Iceland, where the woman parameter is the only country-specific significant one and the most negative one. As for the high household income parameter, it was significant only in the UK's model and Iceland models, and its influence was the strongest in the UK model. This is interesting because considering the UK and Iceland are on average relatively more affluent than the other countries, they also have the lowest automated vehicle choice proportion and automated vehicles choice consistency, as we saw before, indicating larger reservations toward automated vehicles. This finding implies that automated vehicles acceptance is not as strongly affected by income in the other countries compared to the UK and Iceland. In other words, less affluent countries show higher automated vehicle acceptance regardless of income class, while in the more affluent countries, it is the wealthier individuals who are more likely to choose automated vehicles. While older age significantly decreased the utility obtained from automated vehicles in the UK, Slovenia, and Iceland, it had the strongest influence in the UK. Currently using a car decreased the probability to choose automated vehicles in Cyprus, UK, and Montenegro. This table summarizes the results of the overall automated vehicle choices, consistent automated vehicle choices, and alternative specific constant model estimates to illustrate the differences in automated vehicle acceptance among the 6 countries. Cyprus and Slovenia showed the highest automated vehicles choice proportion, as well as the most automated vehicle consistent choices and largest automated vehicles alternative specific constant. Actually, they are not statistically different, significantly different from 0, so they are the largest because the rest are negative and significant, indicating that automated vehicle acceptance is predicted to be the highest in these countries. Hungary shows a large proportion of automated vehicles choices and the highest automated vehicle consistency. Respondents from Iceland and the UK seem to be the most hesitant toward automated vehicle acceptance, as captured by a low proportion of automated vehicles choices, automated vehicle consistency, and the most negative alternative specific constant. An interesting result is that the wealthier countries, again, Iceland and the UK, show the least automated vehicle acceptance. To conclude, the way policymakers and transportation planners plan for the possible introduction of automated vehicles is crucial to how this technology may be accepted or rejected in different countries. Previous studies didn't use data from multiple countries to model national differences in automated vehicle acceptance. We filled this gap by modeling the choice between conventional regular cars and private automated vehicles among 6 European countries. Overall, we can see that large hesitations towards automated vehicle acceptance exist across all countries, with 70% of choices being regular car. We found that individuals from Slovenia and Cyprus are the most likely to favor automated vehicles, while individuals from the wealthier countries, UK and Iceland, show the largest reservations towards them. We found that men favor automated vehicles more than women do, which is consistent with previous findings that found that men were more willing to purchase automated vehicles and would pay more for them. Additionally, older individuals may be more hesitant toward automated vehicles and prefer private conventional cars, a preference which was also previously established. According to our finding, this effect was especially prominent in the UK, as automated vehicles are more likely to be preferred by individuals with higher income. It seems that affordability may play a significant role in more choice. From the perspective of policymakers, it is important to provide cost-efficient automated modes, which will be accessible to travelers of different income groups, for example, shared automated vehicles. Current private regular car users tend to be more hesitant towards automated vehicles than the other mode users. This effect was especially prominent in Cyprus, where car ownership was the highest among all collected samples. A paper based on this study was recently published in Sustainability Journal. As you can see, it was quite a joint effort. So thank you to all who were involved, especially to Yoram, my advisor, who worked with me closely. And thank you for listening.